Welcome to another episode of Behind the Scenes Britain with me, Clive Britton, where we delve into the minds of ordinary and extraordinary people to find out what's really going on behind the scenes in today's Britain. But before we move on, I'd like to introduce, as always, my co-host and producer of the show, Will G. Jones. How's it going, Will?
Excellent, Clive. Looking forward to this one.
We would like to welcome our guest today, traveller of the soul, therapist to those that need, and the Master of Ceremonies at the amazing Swan local open mic night, Alex Eade. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Hello, mate. It's good to be here.
Yeah, brilliant.
So Alexander Eade, born October 1991. We conclude that makes you a Libra Scorpio cusp.
Yeah.
On the cusp.
Yeah, I'm a cusp. I was born at 11:30 at night.
A Libra on the Scorpio cusp refers to somebody born close to the boundary between the Libra and Scorpio zodiac signs, meaning they exhibit characteristics of both, often displaying a mixture of Libra's social charm and diplomacy, with Scorpio's intense emotions and deep desire for intimacy, sometimes described as having an iron fist in a velvet glove.
Oh,
Would you say that sums you up?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, when the tail comes out on the Scorpio, it is. It can be.
Fantastic. We have heard that you have recently been to Thailand. Can you give us a flavoured account of your journey? Which part did you go to? Why did you go there? And do you have any plans to return?
Right. So Thailand. Wow. There's a good place to start. Thailand's fantastic. So I'll start by saying that Thailand's a beautiful country. It is an absolutely beautiful country. Bangkok is wonderful. You've got all of the, like, as you're driving through Bangkok, you see these like Buddhist temples. And there's actually a Buddhist temple on the way to where I went, where there were two tigers sat outside, and they're tame tigers.
Real tigers?
Real, yeah.
Right, okay.
Real. And they're just sat there, and they just sit either side of the front door. And you can walk into the temple and you can just walk past them, they'll be fine.
And stroke them?
I wouldn't.
Didn't they have two tigers outside Westminster once upon a time as well? Going back a while.
Oh, now you're asking.
Lions?
Yeah.
Lions?
Yeah, mate, yeah, lions. That's
Lions.
Right, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
lions, of
Now
course
they've
there
just
is.
got ravens,
Because there's
of course.
lions in all the elements of the crown as well. It's, yeah.
So did you pop into this?
No, I didn't. I was driving past it, so I was going south of there. I was going to Hua Hin, which is about half an hour from Chang Am Beach.
Right, okay.
It's pretty nice. It's a little bit remote. There's also a lovely village, if anyone does go there, I'd recommend, called Sam Royad. And Sam Royad is, it's just like the exact scene that you would picture from like a commercial that ran for,
All the
Thomas
beaches
Cook or something.
and-
Yeah,
yeah.
Thomas Cook isn't around anymore, is it?
Yeah, they went
It's
down
quite
that
a
road.
touristy destination, is it? It says it's slightly touristy there.
I mean, yeah, it is, but it depends what part of Thailand you go to. Like Chiang Mai, I didn't go to Chiang Mai, but Chiang Mai is pretty swamped now. But it depends. Like if you go right the way. Sorry, I've lost it.
Where was you north of? Whereabouts were you in Thailand? Like the north? Do you know whereabouts you were?
No, it was south. Yeah.
Yeah, you were south.
Yeah, it was south. It was 3 hours south of Bangkok.
Yeah, and you flew in. When did you fly in?
My last trip I did in April last year.
And did you go alone?
I did.
You did. And what was the reason for going to Thailand in the first place?
So I went to go meet my dad.
Oh, okay. Now we
For the first time.
Interesting.
Yeah. I went to meet my dad for the first time. That was quite an
How long
experience.
has he lived down there?
Oh, about 12 years.
Right, okay.
About 12 years. He's been running bakeries out there. So he has like a bakery. He has a restaurant and that has a bakery. He bakes bread for all of the hotels in the area, which, obviously he's in a reasonably touristy area. So he's getting quite good from that. And then he runs the restaurant as well. And that's it. He's just got this simple life. It's just those two elements.
Yeah, I've never been to Thailand. I have thought about it. But,
Would you go?
Never been. It is on the card. No, a lot of people who have. People who've lived out there.
I must admit, the only thing I know about Thailand, well, kind of four things. I've never been out there before, but what always like comes back to me, my knowledge of it, is obviously they've been through some grisly wars. There was a tsunami some years ago, which like haunts the country now, you know. And then there's the hippies that go out there and enjoy the beaches, and then there's the people that go out there and love the cuisine, you know.
Yeah.
And what's the food like?
Oh, mate, do you like seafood?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Oh, right, you would do
love
fine,
seafood.
mate. The seafood out there. I can't have all of it. I'm actually lactose intolerant.
Okay.
So, like, a lot of the milk, like,
Right.
it just,
Well,
in everything.
Lots of curries, isn't it?
Yeah,
So you have a
lots
lot
of
milk
curries.
and cream
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You're missing out.
I had
You're
to be
missing out
careful.
straight away.
No, it wasn't that bad. You know what? My favourite part of the cuisine specifically is there was this little place. Every good story in another country starts with there was this little place, but there's this little place just off of Bangkok Takyab. It's between 8th and 10th Street because all of their streets are just these are the avenues and then number the roads north to south.
Right.
So it's between 8th and 10th. And we went in there and I just saw, breakfast for 50 baht. Oh, go on then, let's see. Because there were loads of, like, the way to tell, there are loads of locals there.
What's 50 baht, so on the exchange rate?
£1.20?
Okay.
£1.20, I think. I got a Sprite as well, so it's probably about £1.50, £1.55.
Okay.
But still, you know, very cheap. But they did this bowl and it was, they just literally called it pork special. It's the only thing they had for it. I just went and I bought one of those. I bought a medium one because I was like, it might be good, might not. It was phenomenal. I don't know what it was. It's all written in Thai, and the Thai language doesn't use the same characters. So all I read was it's the special for this, and I went, that'll be all right, and took a dive. Best thing I did. Brilliant.
What about getting to places? Is it a tuk-tuk? Is that the...
No, actually, I've got a bicycle for when I'm out there.
Okay. Yeah,
I have a bicycle in
I've saw some
Thailand.
video footage of you getting lost somewhere.
That was the first time. That was the first time I
It
went.
must be dangerous, like going out on your own in that place, surely, on the bicycle.
Oh no, that's fine. Take 4 litres of water
Okay.
and get a Thai SIM card so you know where you are. Asian SIM card,
Right.
you know. I went off of, where was I? I was coming off of 50 in the town. So there's the town and then there's Bangkok Takyab where that little restaurant was.
Yeah.
So that's got 0 to whatever number and the town has 0 to 110. I came off at 50th and I went out and I went past a 7-Eleven because they've got American 7-Eleven out there. If you don't know if you know. They're everywhere now.
Yeah.
There was one of those. I went in there. I got 4 litres of water. I got a few bits of carbs just to keep me going. And I just went out and I was like, if I cycle for 15 minutes, like the longest it's going to be out here is an hour and a half. So I've got all my water. I've got all my food. Took a cycle in the nature. Absolutely loved it.
So it's humid, very humid out
Oh,
there.
it's very humid.
Yeah.
Like you can't cycle fast. You can't do hills.
Okay.
Like I tried to do Khao Takyab Mountain, and Bangkok Takyab, and that's mountain, and that was horrendous. Because there are mountains there. They've got like these 2 mountains in the place, and one of them is just a messer with a thing going up it. So it's a very steep gradient to get to the top. But yeah, brilliant. That's great.
You've been going up on that, not on your bike?
Yeah, I went up like about 2/3 of the way.
Oh, right.
Couldn't do it. It is quite a trek.
That's crazy then. So you've just, gone over to Thailand, met your dad, jumped on a bike, rode around.
When you put it like that, it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
What about the
great,
beaches? Did you do any beaches?
Oh yeah. No, there were 2 good beaches next to us, and there was Cha Beach, which I mentioned earlier.
And do people actually like rent huts out all along the beaches? Yeah?
I mean, in some places you can. Chatham you can.
Right.
Chatham you can. But down where I was in Hua Hin, no, didn't see any of that.
No?
And also down in Samurai, like that's why I like Samurai so much. The beaches there are phenomenal, and it's a line of beach, and about 10-minute walk inland. There's some shops, And all along there, it's just places to stay right next to the beach and pool bars and restaurants. Yeah,
that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Did you see fishermen line? Because some of the places out there where I've been, there's fishermen on the beaches pulling in the fish and actually taking them, walking over to the restaurants, and the restaurants cooking them up and sending them to the punters.
Yes. So that does happen. There's one fishery in Hurhin, I think, but there wasn't too much of it. You can get fresh fish there though. Like, it's just not been a big settlement for that kind of industry. It didn't seem like it was anyway.
Okay.
And I did go the length and breadth of it on a bicycle, so I did see quite a lot.
Right. Was you just on bicycle all the time? Did you not take a taxi anywhere or a cab or a...
I mean, a couple of nights, yeah. Like, I had to take a tuk-tuk once.
Right. How much was that?
150 baht for the ride home, and it was...
So what does that work out to in pounds?
Well, it was 5 miles as well, so bearing that, 150 baht. I gave him 200, but 150 is just shy of £4.
£4?
Just shy.
Bad, is it?
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Cheaper than there.
Yeah.
Have you got any plans to return, go back over to Thailand and do anything?
Yep. I'm going in a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going in a few weeks.
Yeah, wow.
So I'm going out on the 16th of April. Me and my partner Harley are going out, and we're going to meet each other's respective families.
We've got a scoop here.
She's got family out there as well.
No, she's got family in the US. We're doing 8 days in Thailand.
Okay,
then we're doing another 8 days in the US, in California.
Lovely.
So
we are getting about and then travelling.
Yeah. Well, we both put in together to go see the family. We're going to meet each other's family, but Thailand, that's going to be an experience for her. I want to see now. Because I've gone and done it, and everyone else who's been to Thailand has gone, how was Thailand? And I come back and I go, oh bloody hell, mate, it's something else.
You can share
and then now I can bring someone along for that ride, which is really cool.
Yeah. You done a bit of Amsterdam as well quite recently.
I did. I came back from Amsterdam on Sunday.
Harley.
With Harley,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, we went to, we went through the Vondel Park, we went to the museum square at the end of there.
Okay.
And they have a diamond museum there, that's fantastic.
Did you go to the Van Gogh Museum?
We tried,
Right.
and I'm really sad to say we didn't get in. To say we didn't get in. So they have like an online booking thing, so anyone planning to go to Amsterdam, if you go to the museums, like, go online and book tickets for the museums in advance while you're in England. Like, just trust me, it'll save the hassle when you're there.
Right. Okay. So, did you go to any sex shows?
No, we didn't. We did want to. We did want to, because you want to see it, right? You want to know. Harley's interested.
Well, listen, this is one of the major things about Amsterdam, isn't it?
Yeah. We went to the red light. Yeah, we went to the red light district as well.
And isn't it beautiful?
It is. It's
beautiful
lovely.
lamp-lit streets and gorgeous restaurants. Forget about the girls standing in the windows. Yeah, I mean, that adds a touch of nicety to it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's such a beautiful place, and little canals running through it as well. It's just everything you need.
Well, we did a canal tour, and we saw the 7 bridges of Amsterdam, one of the most Googled images in the world.
Okay.
So it's these 7 bridges on the canal. So you're like on the boat, and you can go under a couple of them, but we just went past, and he like slowed the boat right down, and everyone got their shot quick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you notice every sort of bit of building along when you're going through the canals? This is the thing that struck me, right?
Yeah.
There's almost like a gantry coming out.
To say that again, sorry. Describe that again.
It's almost like a metal pillar coming out the top of every roof as you go along, and what they're actually for.
Yes.
Is to cradle the furniture
up into the building. Yeah. They showed us. They showed us that on the canal tour, actually.
Yeah.
They showed us that.
Can you believe it? But the architecture's gorgeous there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Have you seen that building? There's a building that's taller than any other in Amsterdam. It's the only one. And what it is it was this guy who was, I can't remember what he was doing, but he basically said, it was a bank. Of course it was a bank. He goes, I want to build my bank here. And the king of Amsterdam or president, I'm terrible with history, I don't know which, but he basically said no. And he goes, if I give you this house, And he goes, yeah. So then he got to build his building, he got to build his bank, and it's taller than any other building.
Really?
And it's on this one particular stretch of
didn't
canal.
know that.
It's
That's
called Kingsland or something, or King's Canal. So yeah, very cool.
There's a lot of history there.
Yeah.
Alex, can you tell us about your job in the UK? It seems very rewarding, yet stressful at the same time, being a full-time support worker for adults with learning disabilities. Please give us an insight.
Oh, so my job, I find a very easy job. Like I've heard this thing where people have said you're just born to be a support worker. You can't learn some of the things that you see there, and I would completely agree. You cannot learn for what you're going to come across. There's no telling. You pick your luck on the day. Is it going to be a good day? Is it going to be a bad day? You go in with a positive attitude, and you have to go in with a positive attitude.
Sure. Yeah.
Like
we're talking about the type of people you have to look after every day.
Yeah, you have to go in with a positive
through.
attitude. Yeah, because they're people with learning disabilities. They're people with mental health. I mean, when you go to other places around the UK, you see people with severe cerebral palsy, and they're in wheelchairs. Like that's maybe 90 hours of care.
Yeah, sure.
I don't work with anyone like that, but to give you an idea, that person might need help in and out of the shower, for instance.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And that's going to take two people. So you've got all of these different, and that's just one facet, that's just personal care. Then we've got finances, and then we've got mental health reviews, keeping up with all of that. We've got physical health reviews, keeping up with all of that. We've got the dentist, we've got balancing family, any incidents that might result in the police being involved, if there's an altercation.
How long have you been doing this for now then?
I've been doing it now. It's just gone 4 years. I'm 4 years and 2 months.
It seems like you really enjoy. It seems like you've taken it to yourself with it. It's a whole life.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love what I do. I love what I do. I love the people that I work with, colleagues and the guys. They are a lovely group of people. Like the people I work with, they're so kind.
That helps, doesn't it?
But a lot of people in that scenario are. A lot of people in that scenario, and like you said earlier, what they're going through. Clive, you said what these people are going through, and it's like it's not just what they're going through in terms of their health, but what's actually happening in their life. That person has a life, his mum's just died, he's had to move from somewhere else.
The impact that it has on their mental health as well.
Yeah, because then one can degrade the other very, very easily, or one can invigorate the other just as easily.
I think it's interesting to sort of take note actually here that, when you see somebody with issues, well, not necessarily even if you think they've got issues, everybody you see every day is going through countless issues of their own. Always be nice to people, right?
Yes.
It's a good one,
mate, it's one of my pet peeves. It's one of my pet peeves is going out, and I do understand that members of the public don't always understand what's going on. You can be supporting someone in a specific way. Say you're teaching someone to walk to the shops independently. So you create a risk assessment and a care plan. You say 5 seconds behind that person. You do it on a wide pavement. You make sure that someone's there with CPI intervention training in case they run into the road.
Yeah.
You're trying to help these people to live their own lives as much as possible. And, that's a really big thing. You're teaching them skills, like actual life skills. And they might just be walking down to the shop, withdrawing money on my bank card, going to an appointment on my own for the first time. Those kind of milestones. We're not necessarily talking big, but for these people, those things are huge. And you celebrate every success. They're all
To be honest,
incredible.
I could do some filling my forms out for
I think we all feel like that, though. And this is another thing I've learned. I've learned this sort of consciousness for other people. Like I now walk into a room and there's someone said something to me. He goes, I really like the way you ask about the people around you. And it's because when I speak to someone, like most people go up the pub, hello mate, how you doing? Me, I come in, I give a hug, I give a handshake, it's like, hello mate, and I look them dead in the eyes and go, how you feeling? You good? And that really makes such an impact on someone's life.
Yeah.
It's a little trick that I've learned. I've directed myself
shows
at
that
you.
you're interested in.
Yeah.
And that means a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
What sort of hours do you do?
What sort of hours? So I'm quite lucky. My house only has waking support, so we're only there awake hours. So my work schedule is 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Anywhere in between. But that's a clear 10 hours to sleep, so it's fine every night. But on the
it's a lot of hours. That is it to be, and that's Monday to.
Well, that's not what takes up the time, mate, because we have sleeping support. So we have a night shift, but they're asleep. So it's best job in the world. Get paid a few quid an hour to sleep. It's brilliant. But at the same time, like you could start at 7 o'clock. Like one of my shifts, I start at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I work right the way up till 9 o'clock at night. I do the sleeping, and then I do another 12-hour day afterwards, and I go home at 7 o'clock in the evening. So like I'm at work sometimes.
Do you feel you're rewarded enough for it all?
Oh mate, in the sense of working for the people, and in the sense of like helping someone to live their lives, absolutely incredibly fulfilling. Financially, well, well, there's a lot to be said there, and I don't want to run on a tangent, but I'm just going to simply say that because of the type of people who are good at care work, it is very easy to take advantage of that nature and pay a lower wage to look after someone that you need quite good skills to look after.
What sort of age groups do you, are mostly you're working with?
So my company doesn't work with any kids. It's all adults. So they're all going to be 18 plus. Okay. And depending on what house you go to, they'll probably be of a similar age range. So it depends, it depends which house you're working in. But you could get ranges of like 25, 35 years. If you had someone who moved out there when they were a kid and they've lived there all their life, well, they're not going to move them 20 years later. If they're happy there, they're just going to leave. So you might end up with like, a couple of older people and then a couple of younger ones. Right. But it's a really great place to work. My house is fantastic. I love all of the guys, all of the colleagues, and the job is really worth doing. It's definitely an experience. Yeah. If you could do work experience as a support worker, I don't know if that's a thing.
To be fair, I'm sure they'd be glad to hear that as well. That's really nice. Nice one.
Yeah. I work in special needs as well, and one of the things that always kind of worries me is that these are children that are nurtured in the school up until 16, 17, 18, and a lot of our students struggle to move on any further than that because the care is very limited for them after that point. Do you know what I mean? So it's nice to hear that there is something out there with some substance that actually helps them out and people that care about it as well,
Yeah, and there are people like I genuinely believe that the chairman of my company does care. Yeah. Whether I agree with what he does sometimes, that's a different story entirely. But I believe that he does everything and makes every decision from the bottom of his heart with the best of intentions. And if he hasn't got it right, most of the time, we've had an apology. Sorry this happened. Sorry, the server's going to be down.
Isn't it? It's just teamwork.
Yeah, but great communication goes a long way, doesn't it? And that's one of the skills for this, and for you in the school as well, particularly Clive, because like I can't imagine working with kids. Like I can't imagine working with kids with learning disabilities and such. I do it because I've got a private tutoring business, so I do like music, and I teach some kids, and I do teach some neurodivergent kids as well, but I can't imagine doing it on that scale because the thing about a school that I don't get is like I work with 8 people, and sometimes it's just me and those 8 people, but I work with 8 people, and in a school you're dealing with 1,600 kids, and maybe that's, let's say, 5%. That's 80 kids with potentially some learning disability that's really affecting them, or autism, or schizophrenia can sometimes come on in teenage years, all those kinds of things. Like those kids are open to it, let alone epilepsy and the other long, I don't want to leave anything out, but there's such a long list,
It's massive in the school where I work, but I think the interesting thing is you only come into sort of correspondence with a certain number of those children, right? Because they're the ones that switch on into your little light as you're walking along, and the same the other way. And then there's other staff with the other ones, and it all fits in together quite nicely, actually.
Yes,
you know?
yes, and we have that. We have.
I think people are drawn to this, aren't they? Do you think that?
I think so. I think people are drawn to, like, a lot of the support workers that I know. People just go up to them in public and start conversations like they're an old friend.
Absolutely, yeah.
And those kind of people are those kind of people, in a sense. But
I remember sitting in some years ago. I was sitting in Sainsbury's, the restaurant, having a cup of coffee, and the wife was with me as well. And there was a group of children from a nearby school with special needs, and they come in. One of them took a shine to me and called me Wolfie. He thought my name was Wolfie. He's Wolfie, Wolfie. And he comes over and he's sat next to me, you know, and the two of the staff have come over and trying to, like, put him away. I said, come on, leave this man. I'll leave him here. You know? And it was kind of nice to have somebody interested in me as well, you know, and I think that's what kind of inspires you to work with these people, yeah?
Yeah.
Because we think the same way. You know, there's no harm in being like that.
And
you don't have to be the most intelligent person in the world or anything like that. Just be down to earth.
Yeah, be a human being.
Be a human
being.
Yeah,
you know what? There was this brilliant sign at Plumpton railway station I once saw, and it said, and it was at the railway station, you were about to exit, it goes, "Warning, this village is a hello zone. Be prepared to acknowledge a fellow human being."
Lovely.
And you walk out and everyone acknowledges you, like, "All right, mate, morning, how's it going?" Like, you know, they're all really friendly people.
How beautifully put is that?
And you get people who freak out then, morning. All right.
Yeah.
Good place to move on. Alex, we mentioned in our intro, you being the Master of Ceremonies at the Swan Open Mic, and I, for one, have had many a good night in your company. You are a highly respected musician. You have played in bands such as Parallax, Xander and the Xenons, and the Free Energy Principle. Wow. Can you tell us more, and can you start by explaining the origin of these band names?
Yes, please do.
Okay. So the origin of Free Energy Principle was actually, that was the drummer's choice. Came out of nowhere. You should go Free Energy Principle, and I went, "Oh, I like that." But that came off the back of one of my old bands, because I said, my old band, when we were doing this as a rock project, we were called Freedom Enclosed.
Okay.
Before we sort of turned jazz, funk, fusion, of all things.
Sounds like you do it all.
Yeah, we just sort of went into this fusion. Like Joe always says, we shouldn't define ourselves by a genre, because what we do is so wide and so varied.
Yeah.
Like, we'll have elements of everything. Brilliant band, though. Freedom Enclosed was sort of like a rock metal band. And our singer was 5-0. I don't know if any of you know 5-0.
Yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah, local legend, mate.
He's
fantastic
recently
man.
been baptised, is that right? Sorry,
Yes, he has.
Yes.
Or he was. Oh no, actually, I haven't seen him on his Facebook. I saw something about it happening, but I don't know if it's happened or not yet. But
sorry, carry on. The band.
The band. Freedom Enclosed was that thing. Then. It became Free Energy Principle. Now the Xenons, Xander and the Xenons. So there were actually two band names. There was Xander and the Xenons, and there was Xander and I can't remember what it was, but one of them's an 80s name, like Xenons. That's an 80s.
Like, we don't know. You tell us.
That's an 80s name. Yeah, but it is an 80s name. Okay. Xander and the Xenons. It's like neon lights, but with Xenon.
And tell us a bit more. Did you play out with these bands?
So with Xander, we do a little bit of commercial. So we do a little bit of like covers.
Yeah.
But then we're also like putting in like 6 or 7 of Xander's songs. But he creates them so well. Honestly, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between that and an 80s song if you're listening to the radio. Okay. It's that kind of ilk.
So Alex, what about Parallax then?
Parallax has been like a little baby that I've been cradling. I've been really enjoying that, and the sound has been changing. Because the band members have changed. Luby Blacksmith is the lead vocalist at that project and rhythm guitarist.
Luby Blacksmith.
Yep, fantastic bloke. Absolutely incredible vocalist. And he does the rhythm guitar as well. Then we've got Warren Bardell on the lead guitar. And we did, until quite recently, have Ryan Edwards on the drums. Ryan
full
is...
Full setup then, we're going, aren't we? Full setup.
Full setup. There's a four. We were ready for it. And then Ryan's actually quite young. So he's been like getting these new jobs in the field that he's been working towards at school and at college and all of that.
Not reliable.
And it's not. Well, he pulled out. He said, I can't do it. The new job, I'm not going to be able to actually do a practice. It's not fair on you guys. He was brilliant about it.
Fair play.
Great guy. But we're currently looking for a drummer. So if we haven't found one by the time this goes out, go at the Parallax page, guys.
Any drummers out there?
But the live experiences of that band have been incredible.
Any recordings done?
We've got two singles, and we're working on a full EP. But it's probably going to contain some new material because, like, we had this thing, like, because there were old members before, we don't want to impede and like feel like we're encroaching. We don't want none of that. We want to do due respect for their music, and we're still going to play it our way. Because we've got to put our stamp on it. Okay. But there's some new direction in the way that it's going.
A feud, is it? Is this a sense of feud?
No, absolutely not.
Are you sure?
No, it's a sense of it. It's a centre of new creativity, and I can
you have to
feel
have that little
it
spark
being
of energy,
bred.
don't you? A little spark
The three of us who are still there went for a beer the other day, and it was so good. Like, everyone was just talking, and I was saying about the bits we had to do, and they were saying about the bits we had to do, and then Warren said his bits, and then afterwards we're like, right, next band practice, this is what we're doing. That's business done.
So it's all coming together.
And that's
we mentioned genres. What sort of genre would you put this in? What type of music we listen to it?
Oh, so Parallax. Parallax is definitely kind of like a weird funk rock, alt rock. Like, there's a bit of slap in it, which you don't see in a lot of rock these days. Like, I'm playing a bit of slap on the bass in places.
Explain what slap is.
Oh, so slap is like a bass player's best friend and everyone else's hated enemy.
Yeah.
Nobody likes a slapper. But
left-handed drummers, aren't they?
Well, I'm a left-handed bass player, so I'm even worse.
I knew it. I just knew it. You could sense it.
Come on, tell us. But for those that don't know what a slap is on a bass guitar.
So a slap is done with your thumb and your finger with your picking hand. So the hand that you would pick with, you strike the bass with your thumb, and you do that with your thumb directly in line with the string, or as in line as possible. You kind of want to get it with the edge of your knuckle. Right? And then...
Does it hurt?
It does to begin with. Recently, I taught a student, actually, and I said, if you're going to do this, no more than like an hour and 10 a week at most. 10 minutes a day, 30 minutes every couple of days, something like that, but don't do... Right. If it hurts, don't.
Okay.
But the other side of it is with the P, when you pop with you, so you get that bam, get, like that little pop. That get. That's called a pop, and that's when you put your finger underneath the string, probably about like 0.5 centimetre of finger. You can't have fingernails. Oh, Jesus Christ, you'll do damage to fingernails. Yeah, you got to keep them clipped.
Right.
It'll work.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just pull under the string, and you kind of tug the string away from the actual bass. And then you mute the strings to make a different sound. Now, all that together, your mutes... You'd play when the hi-hat plays, your slaps, you play when the bass drum on the whole kit plays, and your pops you do with the snare drum. And then you can get a really nice rhythm between the band.
Very nice.
Now I know.
So you mentioned that you have to have your fingernails clipped. Do you go to one of those, what are they called? The nail beauticians?
Oh, mate, do I look like I'm that expensive? I know I'm from Horsham, mate, but you're taking the mickey, aren't you? Right, no. I've got a nail clipper, and I've got a wonderful partner who used to do beauty and stuff.
Who picks them up the floor for me.
How long have you been playing the bass guitar?
It's been 17 years.
Jesus Christ.
17.
Where did you first start?
So I first started in the bedroom at my mum's house when I was 16. I got my bass on the 12th of June 2008.
Right.
So yeah, it'll be this year. Sorry, it'll be 17 years. And I started because there was this guy who lived 2 doors down. I can't remember his name now. Philip it was. He lived 2 doors down, and we were talking about music, and I was quite young. And I was about 14, and he gave me these Metallica tapes. Not tapes, but CDs. You know,
Metallica.
Metallica. And it was Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets. My mum was a bit of a metalhead. And I got it, and I was like, oh, I love that. Oh, yeah, she loves Motorhead.
We'll have to come back to that.
Yeah. But, I had those, and then my love for it just grew. Then the internet happened, and I got into this wide variety. Like, at one point, do you remember iPods?
Yeah.
My iPod Shuffle had, 2,500 songs.
Wow.
All metal songs.
Right.
Like, my entire library was metal. I was obsessed with it. I loved the music. And then I got a bass, and I got an amp just after I passed my exams when I was 16. Day of my French exam.
So were you at school the leather jacket gang? Was you the outsiders?
Oh yeah,
Like,
you know, I've never heard it said like that.
No,
The
but
outsiders.
No, but do you know what I mean? In a cool way now. If you look back, but
There's another fantastic local band called Atronic. Don't know if you've heard of them.
no.
Or Atronork. I would pronounce it Atronork, but I'm pretty sure they're right when they say Atronic. That band is formed of Peter and Alexis. And Peter I went to school with, and I was pretty good mates with Peter, and we very much were outsiders.
Yeah.
I always took it from the point of view that I was autistic. I look back on it, I went, oh, mildly autistic. But
when you say to me heavy metal, I see leather jackets.
yeah.
You know, that was what the
I
vibe you were
think
giving
that
off.
look kind of hit me more in college. Honestly, that look hit me in college.
good.
Like when I was at school, I was vanilla.
Yeah.
Like whatever vanilla
You
school kid.
You found a niche and you went right into it. Like.
Yeah. I just went diving into it. It just happened, and there was a point where the first.
There's some real angst to some of them songs, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
There's some real,
oh god. Oh yeah. There's some real
dark shit.
And there's some there's a lot of dark topics it covers, and I quite like that in a sense because
macabre, very macabre.
Not even macabre. Some of it is actually deep because some of it there are poetry love songs in there about how it's making you feel your girlfriend's left you, which is just a pop song.
I've seen a puppet. What is it? The film. The
Master of Puppets film.
Yeah, I've seen the
and with Metallica,
and I loved it. I really enjoyed it.
And with Metallica, I would agree that they're macabre in a lot of ways. It's always about death. Every song is about death or suicide or something like that. I love the approach on the topic personally. That really got me through some really dark times in my life.
Yeah.
It was
because you could because it was in the open. Do you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd been
things weren't in the open. Everyone had to hide their feelings, didn't they?
Since I properly understood what suicide was, which I don't think I really did in my early teens, because I had some social developmental issues, serious ones at points.
Did the music help with all this?
Yeah, massively. It was like a therapy without having to speak to a bloody therapist.
It gave you an identity.
I don't know. I think I forged my identity, and when I took it, it didn't give me something. I'd have still been the same person, but I absolutely wouldn't be that kind of person that I am now, and have the kind of charisma that I have now. I wouldn't be doing this if I hadn't done some music.
What, the podcast?
No, God no.
Oh, what?
If I hadn't done some music over my life, this wouldn't have given me this in. And it certainly wouldn't have, and it certainly wouldn't have led me to be the same person at all. I think I'd be a much worse person for it.
So you're not suicidal?
No, not right now, boys.
He weren't.
On a serious note,
can't be doing it.
On serious note, would you ask me that off camera?
Yeah, I think I probably would. I'm caring enough to.
I think
consider
you would.
things Like,
I think
like
you
that,
would.
You know.
I
But I,
think
do
you would.
wonder sometimes, like what we said earlier, you know, about individual people when you bump into them. Take note of these things. You know, where are they in their life before you start sort of worried about where you are in the queue at the co-op.
Yeah.
You know, and who's standing at the front. You know, and of the queue, taking so much time. Why?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's considerable.
Because there's some problems going on.
What musical education did you have?
So I was self-taught up until the age of 21.
Right.
I probably reached a playing peak at the age of 21, and then I went to music uni, and a lot of things happened to me while I was in music uni. I had a lot of problems at music uni, and that wasn't for the university itself. It was that my personal situation was a nightmare at that point in my life. Didn't really know how to achieve all the things I wanted to achieve. But I muddled through, and 6 years later, after 2 gap years, I managed to come through with a BA Honours 2-1.
Wow. Where did that come from?
That came from it's now called the British and Irish Modern Music Institute. Okay. But back when I was there, it was called BIM, which is the British Institute, the Brighton Institute for Modern Music. Right. It's one of the first ones. It might even been the first one. Then they had the Bristol Institute for Modern Music. And then they moved to Dublin, and that acronym didn't sound as good, so they had to change it.
Okay, cool. I've played alongside you before, you know, the open mics, and I've always found you very sort of comfortable to work with because, you know, you're like holy ground as far as I'm concerned. You know, on that guitar, man, on the bass guitar, it's fantastic.
Clive. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, you know, you got to give it out where it's. You know.
I appreciate it. It's
and you carried me once in down there at the our local Swan, you know, and I was like just moving into that sort of lead area myself, you know, and it was very nice working with you. You know,
I do appreciate that. I would, however, say that actually you shone on your own. You just needed a commander on stage, and I'm really good at commanding things on stage.
You are certainly.
And you know, you just needed the prompting. It's like, I've got you, go, bro.
Fantastic. That was absolutely awesome, Alex. We are going to change gear now. It's time for the quick fire round. It's one or the other. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Apples or oranges?
Oh, oranges.
Wine or beer?
Beer.
Curry or fish and chips?
Curry.
Red or blue?
Oh, God, why did you pick those two? Red.
In or out?
In.
Oasis or Blur?
Oh, Blur.
EastEnders or Coronation Street?
Oh, Corrie.
Pasta or rice?
Pasta.
Day or night?
All night time.
Deep pan or thin crust?
Oh, deep pan.
Ketchup or brown sauce?
Brown.
Sweet or sour?
Sour.
Mars or Snickers?
All Mars every time.
Spanish or French?
French.
Waltzers or Dodgems?
What's that, sorry?
Waltzers or Dodgems, the fairground rides?
I don't know what the first one is. It would have to be Dodgems
You've never
then.
been on a waltzer?
Waltzer, I don't know what that is. I just don't know the word.
It's like a chair that spins round frantically and like most
Oh,
people...
like the cup of tea thing.
Yeah, we're similar.
Yeah. No, I went on one of them. No, still Dodgems.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Swan or Dove?
Swan.
Metallica or Van Halen?
Halen.
Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Walkers or Pringles?
Pringles.
Liverpool or Manchester?
Oh, neither.
North or south?
North.
Left or right?
Left.
Fabulous, Alex.
Brilliant.
It's now time for your deep dive question. Are you sitting comfortably?
I think so.
Do you believe we live in a simulation? And do you think psychedelic drugs such as magic mushrooms and DMT allude to this?
Oh.
First of all,
Right. Right. Let's go down some avenues, shall we?
Yeah,
Right.
rabbit
Okay.
holes.
Let's
Yeah.
start. Let's start with the basics of simulation theory, right? The basics of simulation theory is that there's 4 pillars, all right? It's 4 kind of things that
you thought about this then before?
No. No. I looked it up. So
Okay.
basically, we're looking for a number of different things if we're looking for the possibility and consequences of living inside a computer simulation.
Do you believe we're living in a simulation?
I do.
Do you think
Whether I believe it's a conventional simulation or not is another. Like, there is a creator. This is a simulation. There's a creator. This is a simulation.
Why does a creator have to be the inventor of a simulation, though?
It's pure logic, Clive. So,
Okay.
are we going to reach a point where we can simulate our own physics? Because that's pillar 1
Yes.
of simulation.
Agreed.
Right.
Can we do that?
Yes, I understand where you're going with this,
Yeah.
and
Right.
yes.
Are the simulated beings inside of that going to act of their own accord, regardless of simulation or otherwise? Can we program that into a computer?
Well, obviously now haven't we? We've got the technology to
Okay.
do it, and
Maybe
the
not
speed-
perfectly, but
speed,
we've definitely got
we're
the-
getting there.
we're
Depends-
definitely-
depends on who's programming.
Yeah, we're
Parenting.
getting there. So we can
Yeah.
run simulations. There was a simulation in
Without
Sweden.
doubt, yeah. It's
The-
like putting the glasses on and saying, at what point do you not believe it's real when you've
Exactly.
got
Yeah.
VAR?
But when we're talking
VR
about
glasses on.
simulations, like Sweden, Stockholm, they ran a simulation of traffic using a game called City Skylines.
Okay.
Don't know if you've ever heard of
No.
it, but it was
Tell us
quite
more, tell
big.
us more.
Yeah.
But basically, they re-simulated different methods of getting the traffic around the town centre of Stockholm, and then they built the best one in the simulation, and the simulation was 97% accurate for traffic flow.
Right, okay.
97% accurate.
Just
predicting
to
the
be
problems.
clear, right? What you're saying is you believe in a world, right? That's actually written.
Yes. Yes, I do. It's been written.
Code,
100%.
code written.
Not necessarily. This is what I mean.
Like a book, almost.
Kind of. It's you're writing a manual, a set of instructions for something to create itself. You are.
So everything.
If you're doing that on a computer, aren't you simulating something?
When I wake up in the morning, right, I'll go about my daily chores and I think that I'm making decisions, but I'm not because it's already set in motion.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so we know where
What's
we're going.
preempt?
well-
Preempt, no free will.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. That indicates that there are NPCs. That in
Right, tell me what NPCs are.
non-player characters. So non-player characters are
Okay.
these people
Yeah.
that just walk around. And there was this joke once. So this is one of my old workplaces, and there was this guy that we knew, and we were talking about people in Evans, and he goes, "Oh, I don't remember everyone's name for Evans," and I said, "It's because they're NPCs." And he goes, "Really? Why is that?" I was like, "Hey, do you know there was that guy that worked up on returns and he said these 4 things whenever you spoke to him?" And he went, "Yeah, I do." I was like, "He's an NPC. He's not real in that
Yeah.
respect."
I must admit, I do have some.
And
of that,
I think there are some
but don't-
NPC people out there, but I don't think that there are non-playable characters. I think everyone in the simulation is a real
You
entity.
do know that Northgate's not real as well, don't you?
Northgate's not real.
Name me someone you know from Northgate.
Oh,
See?
fucking hell. But you asked another question. You asked about substances.
Psychedelic drugs, yeah.
Does it allude to it? Sorry to interrupt again, but does the psychedelic experience allude to?
Right, so I want to start this by saying allude is the right word.
To
Because
simulation
if
theory,
you...
know,
Well...
does it give us little sprinkles?
No, I don't think it does. And this is why my answers on like simulation theory have been so cagey, because I believe in a creator, I believe in a god, right? So with that, like, we get onto this whole like magic mushrooms and DMT thing that you're talking about, acid, all of that stuff. So around about 5 years ago, I cleaned up my act, but I've allegedly had a few experiences, you know. So I can understand why that would lead someone to believe they meet God, because I don't know if you've heard this thing about DMT. 1 in 6 people say that they see the same thing. Yeah. And there was one instance where
on the little dwarves or something, or little dwarves or something like that.
Gnomes, I think it is.
Do you mean
gnomes?
Do you mean the machine elves?
Yeah.
Gnomes. No, it's gnomes, because there's a song which
is the same thing.
David Bowie.
Oh, sorry, yeah, David Bowie, of course. Fuck.
I was walking
I love that
down
song.
the high street.
If anyone out there who don't know that song, look it up.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
it with that?
But while you're at it,
Laughing Gnome, David Bowie. Give yourself a rest. Have a rest.
But while you're at it, go look up Schmongle. The gnomes have found a new way to say hooray. And it's got some quotes. We spoke about this guy from Terence McKenna.
Okay. Oh, Terence McKenna.
Yeah, so Terence McKenna, what an incredible person. Kind of started his own cult in the end, which was a bit unfortunate. But he talks about this in all great detail. And one of the things that I found fascinating about his theory is that we are an ape that has a symbiotic relationship to a mushroom. We evolved because of that.
The stoned ape theory?
Yes, it's stoned ape theory. I find that quite alluring.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Explain the ape theory.
So, the ape theory...
The stoned ape theory.
Basically says that we are apes who took hallucinogenic mushrooms, and that gave us access to self-reflection, language, religion, and all the spectrum of societal effects that flow from those things. And the Terence McKenna said, one can only imagine what effect these hallucinogens might have on us today. They have altered our path. And he says something about going into the future, and like, who knows where the evolution would take us in the future. That's what he said.
I saw a great little caption earlier on a social media channel, right? So there's an old lady, she's in a swamp, and she's stroking 3 huge crocodiles. And the caption says, "This is the lady that loves LSD and stroking fluffy bunnies."
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a lot of that. But no, any tool you're going to use.
I like the Wookiee one, isn't it? When he wakes up with his dog, this is when you think you've been travelling the universe with a fucking Wookiee, and he wakes up, he's got his dog next to him.
I mean, in any event, all it is the use of drugs. You're not going to necessarily do it right. You can attain it by other methods. You don't need to.
What we're trying to say with the simulation theory I think that alludes to, because it gives you that notion that it is totally possible for that to exist.
Yes.
That there could be a simulation, because if you've been on psychedelic drugs and you've seen things, not that you might have, but some people may have, then you can accept that those things that you've seen, it's quite possible for there to be some sort of simulation outside of that, or inside of that, or wherever it is.
One of the things that someone said to me that made sense, particularly where the drugs are involved, with simulation theory, and they're just like LSD, magic mushrooms, DMT. It's all just there to make your system glitch. And then you see things that you're not supposed to, and you experience things that you don't. Because if we have a bite of data, that data gets corrupted through a virus, and then we recover it. We have no idea what that data actually experienced.
Again, the way you're talking about it there, in biological life being like computer life, when we were younger, there wasn't that computer, so everything was biological. But now you can see how it can be digital.
Yes. Yeah.
How biological can be digital.
And I see how people subscribe to the digital model of this.
But that's how then it being digital, simulation comes in, because
Yeah.
it's a program.
Yeah,
code.
absolutely. But like Terence McKenna said, we could evolve so much further. And that's not necessarily without drugs. We've got the technology to evolve ourselves as a species. We've already got that extra organ, you call it your phone.
Just put it
Like,
out.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
telepathy.
Suddenly we're talking evolution. Evolution is a different factor than what you're saying here.
Well, is it? Because if the species evolves enough that it can create those simulations without actual technology, then could that be a creator
Well,
creating...
if everything's written,
Creating
then-
itself.
If everything's written,
Yeah.
it hasn't evolved.
or
does it?
creating its universe, being that one. Sorry, Clive.
If everything's written, then it hasn't evolved.
If everything's written, then it hasn't evolved. Well, that depends on whether you give the thing that you've created the pen to write down new instructions for itself. That's what DNA is.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It all starts from this like little speckle as far as evolution's concerned, you know. And that's, I think, from my own point of view, the thought of like being in this like bubble that's created is a bit of escapism, you know, from the raw world that we live in, because it's quite a harsh
It can
place to be, you
And
know.
there was a point where I had like a lot of belief in this situation, and it kind of pulled me away from it. I was like, oh no, nothing's real. But I think it's there, but I think it's not quite as bad as people think. Like people often rave about the people who like believe in simulation theory. And I think it holds some credence. I think it holds some credence to us being created.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
what I'd
I'll
say.
get that. Yeah.
So what we're saying, everyone, simulation theory, yes or no?
Well, I'm happy to agree that it's a possibility.
What are we saying? Alex,
I'm sorry, I'm on the fence with him.
Okay,
It's a
so-
possibility.
okay.
It's a strong one.
Okay.
It's a strong one.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a great conversation, Alex, but before we wrap things up, we have a couple more questions for you.
Oh, okay.
If you were to have dinner with one famous person, who would it be and what would you talk about?
Oh no, why did you have to ask that? Oh, that's core blimey. One famous person and what would we talk about?
Yeah, that's a hard one, isn't it? I struggled with this.
Blimey. It would have to be someone from music.
Yeah.
It would have to be.
Of course.
Okay.
And I think I would go with Nobuo Uematsu.
Who?
Nobuo Uematsu.
You'll have to
I
explain
would
that
need a
one.
translator. I will pay
No
for
idea
one.
what you're talking
So
about.
Nobuo Uematsu is the man who wrote all of the music for the Final Fantasy games, 1 through 10. Did a
okay.
bunch of other stuff. 10, he had some help from other collaborators as well. But overall, it's been mostly him. He is a phenomenal writer of music that is supposed to keep people engaged while they're playing video games. And they use little tricks, like they play things in 5/8. So you know how we're 4/4?
Yeah.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well,
Yeah.
this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2,
okay.
3, 4.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really off and it
Right.
gives a sense of
Yeah.
urgency. So I'd want to talk to him about all of that.
Yeah.
How he creates his songs, and also why on earth he decided to go to the Beijing Olympics and get a girl to like pretend she was singing.
Yeah,
Oh,
bastard.
that lip sync thing, and he was the one playing the piano. That's no good.
Tell our audience, tell us.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
come
know.
and tell us about it.
That. We
Um,
don't, I don't think anyone would know.
What, the Beijing Olympics, where the girl who sang the opening song was lip syncing?
Sorry, carry on. Tell us.
You don't know?
No,
Oh,
no,
mate,
no.
okay,
No,
right.
no.
So,
Enlighten us, man.
what year was the Beijing? It's 2012, the Olympics, wasn't it? And basically, they did their intro thing, and it was this it was being held in Japan. It was being held in China, and this girl basically she started lip syncing.
Right.
The words instead of actually
Britney
singing them. The
Spears?
whole no, it's like a little 8-year-old girl. I feel bad for the girl. She probably didn't like. She just thought she was going to be on TV. You know what I mean? 8-year-old thinks that. Lovely. But yeah, they found out that she was lip syncing. She wasn't singing the song.
Fantastic. No, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that. Right. This is a two-part question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Okay. And the second part? Or do you want me to answer that first?
Let's get this one out of the way. The next one's going to be even bigger.
Oh, okay. Where do I see myself in 5 years? What I would really, really like to say right now is that I see myself in a metal band playing nationally or internationally, and that's because tomorrow I have an audition for a brand new metal band.
Oh, wow, exclusive. Another exclusive, Clive.
Yeah.
They're signed, they are managed, so
Right.
it's all being done through a company.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all there.
Well,
And I'm one of
congratulations.
either 4 or 5 applicants that got into the final stage.
How many applicants were all together? Probably.
Yeah,
Yes, come on.
150, 160 maybe. So I'm already dead chuffed.
Yeah, excellent, mate. Excellent. I know you're going to do it. You're going to break through there, man.
I
That's
appreciate
excellent.
that.
Okay. And where do you see the country heading in the same time span?
Oh, blimey. Well, I hope we're playing internationally at that point. Or at
that's
some
very
point in
positive.
the next
That's
5
very
years.
positive.
So, it's a very difficult thing, isn't it? Because the people
It's a
are
tough
just
one. It's a
at
tough one for
loggerheads
everyone,
at the
yeah.
moment. Everyone's on one side of the fence or the other, and you've got left and right and liberal and conservative and all this, and it's all just tosh. Like, people just need to be people. People need to wake up and see what is happening to them. Like, in the world right now, like, people are being taken advantage of. Like, the lower classes are being exploited.
Yeah.
And I heard someone say, the lowest classes live like an 18th century monarch. And it's like, an 18th century monarch didn't have bloody electricity. Not necessarily. Like, so, yeah.
So the question was, where do you see the country in 5 years?
I see there being a big shift in mentality. I see there being a really big shift in mentality as more and more people sort of stand up and go, no, we can't stand for this anymore.
Interesting. We've had
And
that,
start to try and hold people accountable. The bit that I can't answer is whether the people that we know have done wrong in our country will be held accountable. Can't answer that, mate. Sorry.
No, it's, like we said, it's a very difficult question.
Okay. We have one more special feature where we give you the right to rant. You have 30 seconds to rant about anything that really gets your goat. The floor is yours. Take it away.
Right, okay. I am a cyclist and I hate other cyclists that sit in the middle of the bloody lane. It really annoys me. Like, cyclists who are out there, if you don't need to be in the middle, don't be in the middle. Don't be an idiot. Like, some of those trucks are 40 tons. Right, okay. What else?
Oh, your time is running out.
Oh no, don't tell me that.
Something must really annoy you.
People when I'm out and about trying to deal with someone with a disability, that can be really frustrating. And that's it. Sorry, I can't. I had to pull that one out of the depths there.
Nice one. Nice one.
Didn't even
Alex.
agree with the statement.
It's been such a pleasure having you on the show.
Yeah, it's been great, man.
And we hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
I have. It's been a real
Yeah,
experience.
good.
And please come again. And we hope you've enjoyed it too. We will see you again next time on Behind the Scenes Britain with me, Clive Britton.